Senator Aishatu Dahiru Ahmed Binani visited their home to plead with them not to reveal the scandal. So former Senator Elisha Space. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Esther Wachiku and I currently have Barrister Darlington Agumo this evening joining us. Barrister Darlington, good evening. How are you?
Good evening, Esther.
Welcome.
How are you?
I'm fine. You enjoyed yourself yesterday now?
Where?
What is where? Yesterday was Independence Day.
In Esther.
Welcome.
How are you?
I'm fine. You enjoyed yourself yesterday now?
Where?
What is where? Yesterday was Independence Day.
Are you serious? And I was not here,
You were here, but you enjoyed yourself. Say you're looking fresh.
I'm looking fresh.
You're looking fresh now, you don't know.
You that is the Chidema.
So what has happened? Okay, so because that is my name, then what?
Chietelegema. Yeah.
Barrister Darlington.
Yes.
Welcome.
Yes, my dear. How are you?
I am fine. I am fine. Barrister Darlington.
The weather is cool and calm.
Yes, so yeah, today's weather was quite okay. It was hot in the afternoon, actually. It was quite sunny today.
You know, this weather, I am afraid of something, no?
Why? What are you afraid of?
Something that had to do with the hospital.
What's the concern hospital with weather? You mean like flu? Guinea.
The flu that requires some gender going for a checkup and all that. But this weather is not too good. It's too cold. It's too cold for one person. Anyway, let's go ahead. I hope the antenatal ward will not be overflowed.
Is it your business?
Are you not the one telling me what Senator Tabu have done? Is it not part of it?
But that was in June now. Rain not fall too much that time.
Why are you telling this one? Well, you women have a way of denigrating us. But you are not wired the way we are wired. Now.
We're a special wire.
In fact, God is very kind to us.
Now, wow.
God is very
so
kind
it's uncomplicated wiring.
In fact.
Barrister Darlington, the presidency has come to tell us about 12 reforms that has actually made this administration grow, especially when it comes to the economy. Sunday Dare very recently disclosed to us 12 gains that President Tinubu's administration has actually gotten through its reforms. And he talked about the fact that some of the progress recorded were basically foreign reserves, taxation, debt service, fuel subsidy removal, budget deficit, and public financial management. That these are the critical areas the administration has touched. And it was something that previous administrations we were not able to do. We had fluctuation, we're fluctuating forex, Naira exchange rates, which did not help the economy before 2023 when the president emerged. And that there was there was a narrowing gap, which was affecting the economy prior 2023 when the presidents came on board. What's your take with Sunday Dare?
There is something Joseph Goebbels said when he was packaging Hitler for Germany and the world. He said that when you want to lie, you lie in such a way that it will be difficult for anybody not to believe you.
Okay.
You just tell a very big lie like this that people will find it difficult not to believe you. And then when you have told a lie repeatedly, there is a likelihood that it will become the truth. You know, of recent, all the supporters of this administration, they have been saying things that baffles even the unwary. And what are those things? The performance of the president. And you ask yourself, where are these performances? Because if you are telling me that there is a road here, am I not supposed to see the road and walk on it? Am I not supposed to? So when you are saying all these things that you are packaging, I don't know whom they want to impress. Because already Nigerians are wiser. Check out the reaction of people whenever they throw up these lies. They will just be turning up their nose and say they have started. It's an embarrassment of the highest order when a leader of a will be talking and people will be snubbing and, sighing and be saying all sorts of things that they have started their lives again. Please, Esther, the 12-point agenda that he pointed out, where are they? It's important we begin to tick the boxes. Where are they? You don't score yourself. Allow people to score you. When we write exam, it's our lecturer that used to mark the script, not you. You can't mark your own script. Allow the people in this case to mark your script for you and give you your result sheet. Not you. Because things are not looking good. Esther, I told you that towards this time of the year and going into next year, this type of propaganda will come up, whereby they will package some things and say you can see the price of rice is coming down. The price of this, why is it coming down? I thought they said that the PDP was running a bubble economy. That was why things were. So why are they trying to make it cheap now? Oh my God. I wish my people would realize this kind of propaganda. I wish they would realize it.
You think it's propaganda?
Of course, because this is what you accuse the PDP. When we are praising PDP and how things were in their own time, your people are saying it was a bubble economy. We are living in a borrowed time. It was for sure. So why are you trying now to make things better? You should have allowed it to remain where it is, since you don't like progress. You are doing all this now because of election. Is there any reason? So things can get better. No, things can get better. But you told us that there's no other way. What are those reforms that are making things better, Esther? What are those reforms? When things are getting harder. I mean, harder. Is there any time the price of fuel will come down to 300 or 400? What's going on, Esther? With the so-called reform. The subsidy removed, where is the benefit? Nobody can see it. How about foodstuffs in the market? Is there any time it will become cheaper?
Yeah, Barrister, that's the concern. You see, they reel out some statistics on the paper telling us that, okay, foreign exchange reserves, the foreign reserves are better now. We've been able to offset some of our debts. We're no longer relying on import. We did more of exportation. The proceeds are very much okay. We did not even rely so much on the proceeds of oil. We got a lot from non-oil proceeds and non-oil export. The economy seems to be going on the right trajectory, but it's not what is being. The question is, why is it not reflected in the market?
Because
why is the way you go purchase items in the market, goods and services, building materials, it's not reflecting? So is there something? Is it that it takes time for it to reflect in real life, but the figures are there?
No, it means that they are telling you lies, because if it is true, it will reflect. For example, these non-oil exports, I am supposed to be hearing that particular item that we are big on now. That is that item that Nigeria is measuring in exporting. Did you hear anyone? And that particular item that is giving us so much in export, where are they? If you go to the ports now, the export terminal is virtually empty. It is only the import that you will see huge activities. So what are you talking about? At least you tell us that now we're exporting cocoa. We are now number one in Africa. We're exporting groceries. We are now number one in Africa in exporting all these things. What are those things, Esther? Because is it not on farm that you grow these things? If it is farm produce. Esther, who is going to farm now? The people that went to farm, have they come back? That another great government want to go to farm.
There is a huge vacuum between the presidency and the people. Okay, but let's go on with this. Let's talk about what is on ground. What is the reality? Because fuel subsidy has been removed, governors receive larger FAC allocation. If they used to collect 2 billion naira before, if they were printing money and doing bailout funds to pay salaries and all that, that is not what it is now. Governors are getting good money, all right, from the Federation allocation. Now, there are complaints that we should ask the governors, what are they doing with the money being given to them? If fund allocation has quadrupled to the governors, why are the people in these individual states still complaining of poverty, no job opportunities, there is infrastructural deficit, and beyond job opportunities, investment opportunities are not coming in, except very few states, thriving states, like Lagos, Port Harcourt. These are places that have huge inflow of economic activities, possibly because of certain infrastructure that they have that enables businesses. So the question is, other states that get this huge FAC allocation, what are they doing with the money? Aside from paying salaries, what other projects are they doing? What other job opportunities are being provided beyond giving wheelbarrow and hoe and whatever to their constituents, for whatever it is they think that would help them gain?
Now, let me tell you, Esther. You see this blackmail about governor getting more allocation.
You think it's blackmail, Barrister?
It is a pure blackmail, Esther. We saw it under Buhari. When they wanted to cajole Dave Omoye, that they will give him presidency. They give him the president after Buhari. They started channeling funds to Ebony. And the man was doing a few things there, to gain the heart of his people. If you see what Dave Omoye was doing that time, and the IGR of Ebony said, where is this money coming from? Even the flyover and other he did, where is the money coming from? They did the same thing in Cross River. So whenever things like this are happening, go and check. The governor that are jumping into APC, Esther, what is driving them into APC? Is it that the administration is performing so excellently, or that everything is now Uhuru in Nigeria? We are seeing number 4 in Africa in terms of economy, from number 1 to number 4. So where is that progress you are talking about? Is it not when we move from number 4 to number 1 or even number 2, we can say, okay, something is happening here. South Africa has overtaken us, and we are still here making mouth, boasting for non-existence achievement. Is it not an embarrassment on its own? So all this noise that we have turned around the corner, there will be no problem again, this and that, the worst is over. What exactly are those things? We need to see. Not when you go and import rice and flood it in the market, then the thing now drop. You now say there is a progress. Where did you get this rice? Which farmer produced it? Because the last time I checked, farmers have run away from their farm seed. No thanks to terrorists. So where are those things coming from? The real thing that is bedeviling Nigeria, which is terrorism. Can somebody beat his chest and say, yes, I've done so well here?
Barrister, federal government receives 19.799 billion naira, states receive 10.042 billion naira, and local governments receive 7.742 billion naira. Okay? This is how they share the money of FAC. Now, in the era of President Tinubu, they are receiving 2.225 trillion naira as federation revenue. I'm talking of even August, not even September. And according to Barr, that is the highest ever allocation to the 3 tiers of government and other statutory recipients. So aside from the fact that they're getting money from FAC, there are also internally generated revenues that each of the states generate for themselves. So are we saying that everything has to come from the presidency? What is the essence of increasing FAC to those governors? Because that was why they removed fuel subsidy. So the essence of removing fuel subsidy was to say, okay, you know what? Through the state governors, the expenses that was meant to be curtailed, right, by fuel subsidy, the state governors will be able to curtail that. Okay.
Now, let me ask you. If the federal government has done so much or so well with their own allocation, will it not trickle down to the states?
Obviously.
Tell me. So, the federal government that is complaining and shifting the blame to the states.
No, the federal government is not shifting any blame. But normally, what they're asking is ask your governors. The councillors are saying ask your governors. The National Assembly is saying ask your governors. Every time you call President Tinubu, the governors were elected. If the governors were nominated and appointed by the president, just like the INEC chair, then the president can call them and say, excuse me, why are your people complaining? So since the governors were elected by the people, let the people in the state ask their governors, what are they doing with the money?
They cannot do anything because they are not programmed to do anything.
They're not programmed to do
Let
anything.
the federal government, let them do their own bit in all these things. Yes, the infrastructural development that is expected of the federal government, have they done it? The security, because look, when you are blaming the state governors, are they in charge of security? No, can any state governor command their people to go to farm without any protection? Let the federal government do the needful, and every other thing will fall in place. If you remove insecurity, people can go to farm. People can go to farm for God's sake.
All right, Barry,
Their hunger will reduce.
What about grassroots impact? There are complaints that since the local government chairmen are installed, they cannot do anything.
Pastor, oh God Almighty, please, since after the pronouncement by the Supreme Court, are they receiving their money? You can see.
But they get money. It's through the state government. The state government still gives them money.
Oh my God, Esther,
Sir?
mention that state governor that has been giving money to the local government chairman.
They do now. There's what
They
they
do
call
what?
track.
You are not aware. That thing has not taken off. That's what I'm telling you here. The governors
Since the
refuse.
president resumed.
I said the governors refuse, and the president have not said anything about it because he's thinking of his political survival. He doesn't want to offend the governor. That's why he's silent on that matter. The local government chairman, they are not receiving a dime because the law have not been amended. The constitution has not been amended to accommodate such a rascality, financial rascality, because that's what I call it. The law is still there that there shall be a local government, state and local government joint account. Unless you separate it, whatever you are saying is null and void. It can never fly.
So are you saying after this concluded local government elections that since the governors, the Supreme Court gave the judgment and the judgment they gave has not been enforced, are you saying that the allocation given to the state governors, they're not giving anything to the local government?
I said they are not.
I don't want to believe that too.
Oh my God.
I still think the governors still give them what they want to give them. The only problem is that some of the governors in the states are governors that are appointed by the state governor. And there are complaints that if somebody was not put in there or elected there, or someone was appointed there, the person is not there to work. The person is there to eat the largesse, to share money.
But are you aware that this particular matter you are talking about is in court? The governors went to court. Are you aware? No, are you aware?
The governors went to court.
Yes,
but you can't tell me that up till now, the local government are not getting anything.
They are not getting anything. Okay, let us look at Lagos State. Ali Charity begins at home. Is the local government chairman in Lagos State, are they receiving any money from anybody? Answer that question. Where you at least to show example, are they receiving any money from any governor?
So if you're saying now that since the Supreme Court judgment and since the governors went to court, all the money being given to the state governors, which usually used to include that of the local government, that means local government development activity has not been taking place.
Did you see any? What they do is they just give them salary. They just give them salary advance and then that's it.
So the concluded local government elections, the local government chairmen are just there reporting to the office. They're not doing anything because no money is being given to them.
In fact, before they even started all this Supreme Court judgment, I told you here, did I not? Esther, did I not tell that this thing will not fly? Except the constitution is amended, forget it. No governor will want to throw away his right, especially when it comes to money. No, yes. And ask yourself, why is it that the federal government have not enforced it that, look, any governor that did not give the local government the allocation, they will deduct it from their state allocation. That's the only way to, but they can't dare, they won't dare. The federal government cannot try to tamper with the state funds because they are having issue with the local government. In a federation, such a thing is an aberration. The local government authority is like an appendage of the state. Right. Is the federating unit and then the local government that is recognized in a federation. So whatever you want to introduce now as a form of government, it does not exist. That you want a local government to become autonomous and have its own whatever. Those things can never work.
If money is not going to the local government, how is development meant to be felt at the grassroots?
Who told you that?
Who will take care of the needs of those at the grassroots? Is that not the essence of local government? Local government are meant to be the ones responsible for ensuring that their communities are clean, provide safety. Some of the roads in the community are well taken care of. You have medical centers, small-scale medical centers instituted there, even educational centers. Some of these little things that provides immediate succor to the people. So if that matter is still in court, money is being stored, it's only salaries paid, why won't the people be complaining that they're not feeling any effect from the administration of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu?
Who told you that they recognize the people at the grassroots? Who told you? They are only needed during campaign and during election. That's all. After that, they forget them.
And that is very
And they will not tell you that they have spent 300 and something billion naira trying to cushion the effect of hardship to the vulnerable, to the poor, to the poorest of the poor. And you ask yourself, where are they? Esther, where are they? I told you here that the poorest of the poor are in the hinterland, where there is no right, no light, no road, no communication, no POS, no banking facility. So, how did they get their own share of the money? How did they get it? You see, when people are lying, they don't know that some of us are going to interrogate those lies.
All right, Barrister Darlington, let's look at Rivers. Justice James Omotosho of the Federal High Court in Abuja dismissed a suit instituted against President Bola Tinubu challenging the March 18 proclamation of state of emergency in Rivers State. Barrister, 6 months after Fubaro's suspension, that's when the court decided to look into this matter. Obviously, a particular group of persons were the ones that dragged the president to court. It was led by Belema Briggs. Their court concerned Rivers indigents. They dragged Tinubu and 3 others to court over the, according to them, illegal state of emergency declared in Rivers, or the illegal suspension imposed on Sim Fubara, the governor of Rivers State. But for the past 6 months, the court did not look into it. And so when Sim Fubara has resumed from the suspension, that's when the court decided to throw the suit away. What does this mean?
Even the president recognized that there are 40 cases against that state of emergency. Remember?
No, the president said that he wasn't even aware that they were challenging him, that there were 40 court cases against it, that he wasn't even aware.
Good. Can you imagine? Is that possible?
He said he wasn't aware.
You can imagine.
That's the beauty of democracy.
You can imagine. He's not aware. Can you imagine? So if I now say that this is a pure lie, will you blame me? How can you have such number of court cases and your attorney general and your aide did not inform you? You are not aware. Okay, why did they now wait until the state of emergency was over before they now begin to talk about it? And then, of course, I told you here that at the end of the day, they will tell you that events have overtaken that case. Whether you read for or against, will it change anything in River State now? Esther. No, whether you rule for or against now, you can see they deliberately schemed it in this manner. So that even if you want to say it was wrong, what happened? The man is back on seat. What do you want to achieve now? You can see how these people are distorting our laws, messing it up. Because when you shoot down some of this arrogant behavior by politicians, it will help to deepen our democracy. The next person will say, no, I don't want to be embarrassed, so let me not try this thing. But what happens is that each time these things are done, we say, let's move on for peace to reign. Even the courts, who should know better. Because it is said that the court is the last hope of a common man. Meanwhile, it is not the forte of the strong the strong and politicians, that is now where they go and they demonstrate their power. Meanwhile, the court have all the power to deal with anybody. But the courts in Nigeria, as of today, they are doing what I cannot understand. How can you tell me that such an important matter that you should be treated with a speed? You left it until everything is over. Even the other 39 and 38 cases now, of course, nobody will talk about them again. They will just be struck out.
Because he has resumed.
Of course. And that was the...
Quite unfortunate. Barrister, it's quite unfortunate.
That was the...
Barrister, the Office of the Sergeant at Arms at the National Assembly Complex in Abuja has notified lawmakers of reinforced security measures around the Senate chamber, the gangway, and the corridor. There was an internal memo, which was dated October 2nd, addressed to Chairman, Senate Services, and signed by Brigadier General Etido Ekpo. The long corridor passing the front of the Senate President's office from the White House lobby would be restricted to the senators and members of the House of Representatives. Now, this is what happened. All aides or personal assistants would not be allowed into the said corridor. It's requesting that the lawmakers should disseminate the information to their aides and personal assistants. Now, Senator Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan, who represents Kogi Central, launched a scathing attack on Senate President Godswill Akpabio, accusing him of running the National Assembly like a dictatorship and treating her as though she were his domestic staff. So, while this was a statement she made while she was addressing journalists, she has returned to her office in room 205 of the Senate wing after security personnel and the Sergeant at Arms formally unsealed it, then said her ordeal was a test of resilience against injustice. So the question is, what kind of blockade is that? What decision do what conversations do they want to have? So some of the aides to the senators will not be allowed access. Is this prior to the fact that Natasha is resuming?
You know, one thing is very clear. You have to see more of these things. So
why?
You know, when a man has misbehaved to the extent that he no longer understands the importance of the office he occupies. When a man has abused his office and has behaved in an inordinate manner, you see this type of laws. Because of what? Fear of the unknown. Esther, fear of the unknown. You know, paranoia will come in. You know, when you begin to be afraid of your own shadow, if somebody passes, you say, hey. Because you know that you have already messed up. So you are afraid of people. You are afraid of even your friends. You begin to avoid certain things. Meanwhile, you're supposed to be free. You're supposed to be free with people.
Is there something security-wise that we do not know?
There is nothing except that it is fear of the unknown.
What kind of unknown? With the kind of security that is in the National Assembly?
Look, I said it is fear of the unknown. They are becoming paranoid. I'm not joking. That is just how to explain it.
Paranoid.
Why do you think? Look, all
the aides of the senators and lawmakers would do something to them.
All of a sudden, they now do June 12 broadcast inside the National Assembly. All of a sudden, National Independence Day celebration is now low key and in a secluded environment. All of a sudden, certain political office holders in the country, you don't see them in the public again. They make statement from one undisclosed location and then send the tape to us and we listen to it. Esther, what does that tell you? It tells you that people are now beginning to give us a sign of things to come. I'm not joking. With time, as we go into this election and all that, you know this man in North Korea. I don't even know how what did they pronounce that man's name?
Which one?
That man in North Korea.
Kim Jong-un.
Kim
Jong-un.
His people don't see him from January to December. But whenever he cough, everybody will start shaking. These This is where we are going to, Esther. I'm not joking. That's why they say power corrupts. Absolute power corrupts absolutely. When they have gathered all this power that does not belong to them, they now become larger than life. They begin to act and talk like God. Do you see why some of us are worried? Why some of us are apprehensive? Because we have seen it happen over and over again. When the political leadership have acquired all the power, pocketed everybody, they now begin to feel larger than life. They now begin to be afraid of what they have done to the people and all that. And so, governance will suffer. Because it will not be all about them. Everything revolve around them. Whenever they want to go to even a very close place like, between here and that bus stop there, the entire military and police will cordon off the whole area. You now ask yourself, come, what is happening? Even God does not need such security. All because of what? Fear. Esther, fear. And that is the reason why we are saying that, no, you said we want democracy, fine. But what are the tenets of this democracy? Is it this type of militarization? Because that is where we are now. A militarized democracy. Whereby a political leader will be going in a very little function and all that. You see an entire barrack following him and all that. Esther, you remember when they told us here that
the entire barrack following him? You shouldn't have an entire barrack follow him.
For what reason?
What do you mean for what reason? He's the president.
An entire barracks.
Yes, no.
Do you know what you are talking about?
Ultimate security is
Hold
needed.
on, Esther, hold on.
Did you see his visit in Imo? Did you see convoy? Helicopter.
Even
the
one they went to Ibadan. I mean, you saw the convoy. Now, Esther, I want to ask you a question. Because when they say who alleges must prove, when we say somebody is lying, all I needed to ask me is, how did he lie? And I will give you examples. Were you not here when they told us that they want to cut down on their convoy on expenses when they are traveling within and outside Nigeria?
When he went for that COP25, it was a COP25, Nigerians raised alarm as to the number of persons that accompanied the president. After that, they said they were going to cut off.
Since that time till now, has it not doubled from what they told us?
But when it comes to the president visiting anywhere, all of the convoy and security is actually needed.
Hold on. Leave security matter.
Okay.
The large entourage, was it necessary? That is the question. Leave security alone. What are you carrying all those things for? You saw the one that went to the coronation of the Olu of Ibadan. Did you see what happened there? Because some of the things that happened in that, including that guy they brought to come and sing and all that, which is causing hoopla. The man that was vilifying Obi, he didn't see all those ones, so he didn't talk about it too. Because people are asking, who brought that man to be saying what he said during that coronation? They forgot all those ones. It is Obi's greeting that is causing problem.
That was a distraction.
So what I'm saying here that
distraction.
What I'm saying here that this is exactly the hallmark of a leader who has failed. Because of this failure, he knows that he has hurt a lot of people, and he's now becoming afraid of himself. Meanwhile, ordinarily, in a democratic setting, you should be in love with every citizen of the country.
Okay,
in fact,
so
your
what
presence.
Are you saying now that is it the convoy? Is it the ish for you, or the number of persons that accompanies the president on any official visit he's going for within the country?
Look, they told you this. They said that they will cut down on their convoy. Is that not true?
Have you seen when the United States of America president is moving somewhere? Do you see the motorcade? Do you see the convoy?
How many of them?
It's quite lengthy.
No, it's a lie.
What do you mean it's a lie?
I said it's a lie. For
Barrister, what do you mean
going
it's a
to
lie?
where?
It's normal.
I said leave that thing. It's not true.
It's not true.
It's not true. It cannot be compared with what we are saying. Look, I am not even trying to compare with. I am talking of what you told me. You told me you cut down on your convoy. Did you do that? Are you not supposed to interrogate that, Esther? You are trying to compare whatever. Okay, if an American president is going on with 200 limousine and other, you want to follow him. Are you as rich as America? No, are you as rich as America? The American president may be afraid of terrorists that they are fighting all over the world. Which one is your own?
He should not be afraid of terrorists.
Whom are you afraid of?
Barry said he should not be afraid.
Whom are you afraid if not the people? No, tell me now. Afraid of what?
In the land, barrister. Anything can happen from the air. He needs the motorcade.
You told us you will cut down on your cover. Have you done that up to today? Esther, have you done that? That is the question Nigerians should be asking to prove that yes, what you are saying is what you are doing. I mean, I don't know why people don't tell unnecessary lies. Whether you go with 200 or 400, but you are the one who told us. Just for publicity stunt. And his sarcophagus went to town. You can see, he's the listening president. Because we said he cut down, he had done this, he had done that. But in reality, Esther, in reality, is that what is on ground? You can see, this government, APC, they are very good in telling lies. I don't know why. There is nothing they have told Nigeria that came to pass. Nothing. Nothing, no single thing. Nothing they have told Nigeria that you can say, yes, this government, in fact, they have done so well. It's just that when they say it today, the following day, go and check. You'll be seeing another thing, contrary to what you are told. Have you not seen how they have been lying to us about insecurity? That everywhere now there's no more insecurity. They have done so well that terrorists are even running away from Nigeria. Is that not what they told you during the speech? But is that the reality?
Okay.
That the roads they have done all the roads. They are doing all this, they are doing all this.
I actually want Nigerians to actually call in on time today. So I don't want us to delve too much on one particular topic. Let's look at Senator Elisha Abu. He has turned himself in at the Nigerian Police Force at the Criminal Investigation Department. So apparently, the parents of a minor disclosed to Sahara reporters that a former senator and governorship candidate in Adamawa, Senator Aisha Dahiru Ahmed Binani, you remember Binani, the one that Hudu Yunusa Ari came and announced that she was one that won the Adamawa state elections before it turned out that was not the truth, it was Fintiri who won, that she visited the home and pleaded with them not to reveal what happened with Senator Elisha Abu. They further alleged that following the incident, Abu kept sending money to the girl's father in a bid to silence the matter. And as at the time this report was being published, Senator Abu was still being held at the SCID. So again, this is not his first scandal with, something like this. He was once arrested for assaulting a vendor at a sex shop in Abuja. I'm sure you recall that CCTV was everywhere, although Elisha Abu had tried to explain what transpired and what truly happened. And more recently, a married woman accused him of blackmail with a sex tape. Okay, and the alleged rape reportedly occurred on June 29, 2025 at Senator Abu's residence in Katampe, Abuja. So the question is, what was a minor doing in Elisha Abu's house? What is the relationship between Elisha Abu and this minor's family? What role was this minor playing that, he assaulted her, took advantage of her? Considering the fact that you had a scandal with a sex toy, whatever, why would you be caught pants down with this young lady? And then you've been giving them money and whatever. So that means you could not control yourself in that regard. There's a lot of attributes pertaining to persons from that region concerning that kind of lifestyle. But a couple of persons have attributed this to politics. So Elisha Abu is no longer part of the APC. When they were flagging off the ADC, Elisha Abu gave a statement to the journalists. He said that they will make sure that Tinubu does not return in 2027. And he made a couple of statements. And he said that the North was the one that gave the president majority of the win in 2023, but that the president is not living up to the expectation and promises that he gave to them, so they want to make sure he's cleared out. Do you think because he has changed his allegiance, he's no longer with the camp of the president or in the APC, that immunity, he doesn't have it anymore, and this is a political witch hunt? What would you say to this?
Look, Elisha Abu is his own enemy. Okay. Seriously. Because I don't know why he's always involved in this type of scandal. maybe his own libido is extra large, then he should go and marry more women. I mean, I learned that in that part of the country, they used to catch them young. So, and I'm sure there are a number of parents who would want to give out their children for, a bride for him.
What do you mean that part of the country they used to catch them young?
Of course, they marry.
She's not unintended.
Sir?
He didn't propose to her. She's not a, what do you call
I
it?
am not telling you.
Betrothed.
I am suggesting something to him. That if the one at home is not enough and he needed more wife, he can afford it. He can afford it to avoid all this unnecessary scandal. And as far as the northern region is concerned and their religion and all that, you're marrying younger children is allowed. So it will not be a crime if he married them. Will anybody come and ask him, what are you doing? It doesn't concern anybody. As long as the marriage was properly contracted, after all, he will not be the first person. Yerima did it in Zamfara. It's part of their culture and tradition. So why all this, rape and all that? I mean, you mean you are that, I don't understand, rape, a senator. You can afford to date any girl you want. Your protocol officer, what are they doing? If you are feeling ashamed of going to the street to look for girls, there are 1,001 person who could arrange it for you now.
Barr,
what are they doing? No, all those eight, what do you think they do? You are started
so
again. Oh, protocol officer. Oh, what do you think protocol officers do?
So the job of the aide
protocol
is
officer.
to arrange such entertainment.
Of course. Of course. What are they there for? So you don't need all this, that's what I'm saying. Let him come and tell other people are after him. He's after himself. He's the one pursuing himself. He's uncalled for. He should go and check himself because I don't understand. Every time you and women and all that, these are things you can afford at the snap of a finger. And as long as it's consensual, you are agreed. Will there be any scandal? No, tell me, if you are dating a matured lady, will anybody come and ask you, why are you dating this lady? No, tell me, will the lady even talk? As long as there is no rape and two of you agreed, what is the problem here? The man should be very careful, seriously. It's not good for his image. Yeah, in fact, he's very lucky that I have a very quiet and peaceful women. They should have come after him and said, so we are not enough for you. But Allah is had more than one wife. So what is all this not about?
I don't know. Maybe some fetish, whatever.
You should be very careful. That's what I'm saying. You should be, because it's not every parent.
And to make it worse, according to reports, that he was giving the parents of this girl
to silence
them. So you've made yourself culpable, and that you've actually verified and validated the claim about what you were up to. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll take a very short break, and after the break, we'll definitely continue. To kindly stay with us. This is the Evening Rush on Voice of the People, 90.3. To what you were up to. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll take a very short break, and after the break, we'll definitely continue. To kindly stay with us. This is the Evening Rush on Voice of the People, 90.3 FM. I'm Esther Wachuku, and 2027 presidential race, describing the reports as false and misleading. This was a clarification he issued today through his media advisor, Paul Ibe. Now, there was a recent interview that Atiku Abubakar had with the BBC Hausa. As of yesterday, we heard that Atiku said he was willing to step down for a younger candidate. He was willing to, step down and support the younger candidate. Obviously, everyone felt that the younger candidate would be Peter Obi because they're all both in the ADC. But he came today to say that's not true, that he is not stepping down for anyone. That what Atiku Abubakar clearly and unambiguously said was that young people as well as other prospective presidential aspirants are free to enter the contest. He further stressed that if a young candidate were to emerge through a competitive primary, he would readily support such a candidate without any hesitation. Now, this means categorically Atiku is telling us that he's not respecting the gentleman agreement agreement of zoning, that it is the time of the South, and so he should sit down and allow someone from the South to take on. And this is one of the fear of Peter Obi and his supporters with fully joining the ADC, because Peter Obi has put his hat in the race, given his conditions, said he promises to do one term, and that since it's the turn of the South, that he has a strong chance. If it is between him and Rotimi Amici, he has a strong chance in the ADC. But with Atiku refusing and putting his feet down to say he's also being part of the race, he is not going to respect any gentleman agreement, then there are fears that the ADC is literally for Atiku Abubakar. Now, Ibe Kachiku, you remember Ibe Kachiku, the controversial Ibe Kachiku, who told us at the initial onset that the ADC was put together in name of coalition, all for the sake of Atiku, that they approached him and told him it was for Atiku. Ibe Kachiku told us that Peter Obi is backing out of the ADC, now that he has seen clearly that that particular coalition was being done for Atiku Abubakar. What does this mean?
You see, when this issue came up earlier this morning, and the anchorman was asking me my take, of course, I celebrated what Atiku said, that because of the popularity of Obi, apparently Atiku must have sounded out the opinion pool of the public, and they are saying, step down for Obi, step down for Obi. So, if that is where he is coming from, I said it is all well and good.
He's clarifying that he never said
that's what
so.
I'm saying now. Yeah, you see, these are one of the reasons I've told you. I don't dwell on speculations. I've told you these are part of the reasons, because it is not proper and it's not my thing for me to do analysis and the following day the thing turned out the other side. I wouldn't even like it personally. I want to say exactly what is going on and do my analysis based on that. Yeah. Even while I wanted to, but I know if I say otherwise, they will say, you see, he did not even support his brother. Even when Atiku said that he's stepping down for him, he still did not agree. These are the things that was going on in my mind in the morning when I was making that analysis. I only said, well, I support it. Now that the man has, because initially I doubted it because Atiku has started campaign with all the bosses and everything. We saw it. So when this news came this morning, if I now go as usual, go the other way, they will say, so I want to avoid that. But now, my insight is telling me otherwise.
And what is it telling you?
That Atiku is not willing to step down for anybody.
No, with this, he's not.
He's not. So next week now, or another story will come. So next time I hear this type of thing, let nobody blame me if I don't react. If I don't flow with the crowd.
Okay, but Barrister, people are saying that for Atiku to be insistent, that maybe Peter Obi has secretly agreed to be to deputize him. That he's waiting to see how his followers would accept that proposition. He has not come out to categorically tell us anything. The last time he granted a press interview, he told us that nobody has approached him to suggest that notion. And that day, he said he is vying as a presidential candidate for 2027, but did not tell us a political party he'll be flying with. Now, he said that in November, he would tell us what political party. There have been talks about Peter Obi wanting to join the PDP. His allies and those who are supposedly his political strategists have been consulting with a couple of political parties aside from the APC. Now, the ADA was meant to be an alternative party adopted, okay? But as it stands now, maybe that's not the party he's going to take. Then there is a Zenith Labour Party, if you recall, in Abia State during the local government elections, Zenith Labour Party took on. We don't know if that's a party he intends to utilize. The Labour Party, in as much as for now Nanadi Usman is supposedly taking care of it, but there are some members of the Labour Party who are very loyal to Julius Sabure, whom a lot of people think is a stooge by the APC. So if Peter Obi now decides to say he wants to go with the Labour Party, they will spring up more issues, which will possibly frustrate efforts, you understand, in creating awareness and growing the party for patronize or people patronizing the party. So even if Peter Obi would announce next month, he is still deeply consulted. There are fears that he may join the PDP, and that if he does, it's a win-win for Nyesom Wike. already there's a clash between Nyesom Wike, Samuel Anyanwu, and the group of Damagom. They want to frustrate the upcoming convention. So with all of this dynamic at play, where does it place certain persons? For sure, ADC seems to be Atiku's ballpoint. What ballpoint that is feasible for Peter Obi? Because his supporters are literally waiting to know where he wants to go and show him whatever mileage they would show him. But right now, as it stands, it feels like the odds are coming front, right, left, center. So what do you think about this?
I think the space is being crowded now. With a Jonathan coming in.
Exactly.
All these other people, none of them have indicated where they want to run. They carry out their political ambition. It's just speculation. The waiting game, you know. The waiting game is where we are now. All of them are consulted. Nobody has come out to say categorically, look, I am going to contest under this platform. But the body language and everything in that of ADC and Atiku is very obvious. Because we have not identified Atiku with any other political party except ADC. He has dominated that particular ground or party. I have not identified him with any other party, either PDP, Labour Party, or any other party. That means from the beginning, he is clear about where he's going. It is these other people that we are not sure of where they are going or where they are even coming from. But they say that they are strategizing. So let's wait and see what will be the outcome of this strategy, whether things may eventually turn around. But I've been saying it that the northern elders need to be consulted here to talk to Atiku. But then they too,
They want him to run.
Yes, because they too, they are not looking at their own interests.
Yeah, they want him to run, especially those that want the Buhari loyalists.
Yes, because
they think he has more advantage in grabbing the attention of the Buhari loyalists.
Yes, because I cannot imagine the North not taking part in any election in Nigeria. Because they love power so much. They want to be involved. You know, so these are the things that people should look at. They not love power. Even when they are not supposed to, they must put their head there. Just like Atiku is doing now. So I don't see how they will not feature one of their own. They will try to do something. And the person they want to use it for, maybe the person that is already showing interest, and that's Atiku. Who has even had the financial muscle to face anybody down south here. This things play a lot of role.
So it may be that Atiku may be the presidential candidate of the ADC.
I mean, it's obvious.
So if that happens, Tinubu has won 2027.
You can never be too sure. You can never be too sure because what is against Atiku is publicity, public opinion, which the press have already used against him. Like I told you, if you extract the antecedents of Atiku, he's a moderate. He's even more acceptable than an Erufai. But because the press heard the man, based on what they have already told them and all that, you know, they are campaigning seriously against Atiku. It's not as if the man is bad naturally or on the face value. But because of publicity, Esther, there's a way somebody will use propaganda against you.
That's true.
Even when those people they love you so much, they say, you mean Esther is like this? You'll be surprised. Things you didn't do. They will attribute it to you because they have the power of the press. That's the truth. I've asked everybody, what is that thing that Atiku have committed or done that these other people you are supporting have not done 100 times?
Have you not read Obasanjo's My Watch?
Yeah, that book where he wrote, you know.
Read a lot of things.
So, and that will tell you, this was a man who allowed you to go for second term. All of a sudden, he has become the devil. Esther, you can imagine. You can imagine. So, I think Atiku is suffering because of his magnanimity.
Let me ask you a question, Barrister. So let's just say, peradventure, Peter Obi decides to be a vice to Atiku Abubakar, right? There is an agreement that by 2031, Atiku would work and make sure that Peter Obi emerges as the next president. One way or the other, he would agree with some of the northern power brokers to ensure that happens. What if Atiku then switches to another political party while he's a president? Will the agreement still hold?
It cannot.
And 2031 is the time of the North. Do you think the North, as we know, who have a penchant for power, even right now, they're really working ahead of it, would actually say, let's actually prepare the ground for a Peter Obi?
Look, from the way things are now, if you renege on any agreement, you have already punctured your political career because, people will come after you, whether from your own side or from the other opposition side, like the South. They will see you as a betrayer, and you will not be trusted. It will affect your political career. Seriously, it will.
So if that is the case, then why is he hanging on to wanting to run for 2027 when there's supposedly an agreement? It's the time of the South. What exactly is the problem? Is it because it's unconstitutional? The agreement is just verbal. But regardless, there was a reason why that zoning thing was done. So all the time, the power would not always fall on the North because they have the population, supposedly. So if they keep presenting candidates, it will always favor them. So to stop that imbalance, that's why the rotation was created. So why is that something that he's not considering?
Because Atiku want to save Nigeria according to him.
But I heard that he was even one of those strong proponents of the zoning thing way back at the time when he was in good terms with President Bola Tinubu, when he was in the APC. He was one that was a strong proponent of the zoning. So what happened between then and now?
Yeah, things have changed.
What changed?
The government we are seeing today is not what Nigerians bargained for. You can see how things are. Look, what brought us about all this gang up? Is it not because of bad leadership? Is there any other thing? Imagine if we are getting a good bargain here. Imagine if things are working the way it should be working. Esther, be sincere to yourself. Will anybody bother? No, tell me. People will even be against you if you want to, challenge the status quo. But look at what we are getting. Look at what we are getting. Propaganda all through.
All right, Barry.
Telling all things that are not there.
The former Vice President Atiku Abubakar has thereby explained why he could not take decisive action to crisis within the People's Democratic Party. Now, during the interview with the BBC Hausa service, he said he was limited by his position, noting that as neither national chairman nor national secretary, he lacked the authority to enforce changes. That the national chairman and secretary gave less attention to his views, leaving him unable to take decisions that could have strengthened the party. That the crisis in the PDP began in 2022 during for the 2023 presidential elections. The party decided that its ticket should go to the North, the same region as the party's national chairman. That decision paved the way for Atiku's emergence as the party's presidential candidate, which created tension among some of the PDP leaders. So, would you consider his stance as to why he could not resolve issues? Because that's the same thing that happened in the Labour Party, where people were asking why Peter Obi couldn't resolve the situation in the Labour Party. Could it be the same position that Atiku found himself in the PDP?
I don't agree.
You don't agree?
Yes, Esther. Okay. Whenever you see a man who is almost always a senior brother, who is always blaming the junior brother whenever he gets into a fight, it means that the senior brother he doesn't have the stamina. He doesn't have the courage to protect his junior brother and fight on his behalf. That's just a simple explanation. If you are, you should step in. We care that is doing all this thing he's doing now. Which one is he in PDP? Is Wike the chairman or secretary or whatever? But he's playing a role. Why not to be a counter force against Wike? People will rally around you. It is because there's no clear leader in PDP. That was why Wike was doing what he was doing. That's the truth. And nature abhors a vacuum. Whenever there is no clear leader in any environment, somebody must emerge. Without even knowing it, he will emerge. Are you getting what I'm saying? You don't need to start preaching that, because if you leave that position, something may happen. So, leadership, most times, it is the making of the people, or the people that are in that particular environment, either party or meeting or whatever. Because when you come in a gathering, they will look around, who will do, they will not look at somebody there. Maybe because of his build or presentation or what they say, lead us. Is that not how these things are done? They will look at everybody there and say, you lead us. Somebody will point, the people will not say, everybody will support him. He has become a leader. So it is because there is no clear leader in PDP. That was why Wike was acting like a no. That's the truth.
All right.
If there was a counterforce, my dear, he would have respected himself. I'm not joking.
Okay. All right, so let's take some calls and read out messages. Messages already come in. The number to call is 080-3692-9933. 08.
Something may happen. So,
what's your name, sir, please?
Chooks calling from Aja.
Oh, Chooks, welcome.
Yeah. Barrister, you are really said it all. Really. Concerning the Sure issue, Dima has already, like you rightly said, might be playing a script.
Today, sir. We did not discuss Sure this evening at all, so
No, I'm going somewhere, ma.
Oh, okay.
I'm going somewhere.
All right.
Because everything that Barrister has said is on point and is on course. And how do I mean? With a government that has imposed characters like Akpabio, like Wiki, like all these shenanigans on Nigerians outside the removal of this petroleum issue and the issue that we are facing.
Naira.
Yes, it is appalling. It is so terrible, especially listening to that October 1st this thing. So it was a fact, and posterity is there for all of them because we go to the market, we know what we face, and this government can go at any length to play any script. And that is where I'm going concerning the position of Barrister concerning Usore, that he must talk because they know Wike doesn't have any, it's a featherweight now. Everywhere is like, I don't want to, go to that, I'm all here. So, that is just the truth of the matter.
All right.
Barrister, right on.
Thank you very
God
much.
will help us.
Thank you. Hello, good evening. How are you? Hello?
Yeah, hello.
Yes, welcome. Thank you for waiting.
Esther, good evening.
Good evening, sir. What's your name, please?
Barrister, good evening, sir.
good evening.
My name is Daniel. I'm calling from Alaba.
Daniel from...
My own take concerning Atiku is that if Atiku fail to respect gentleman agreement and fail to respect brotherlyhood, knowing very well that North had tested, West had tested, if you cannot allow Obi to test, being Igbo man, Wazobia, please, if he is not going to give Obi chance to contest under ADC, let him forget being a president of Nigeria. In fact, Aswaju should carry on. Thank you very much.
Wahala. You know that Obi is not the only Southern presidential candidate in the
Jonathan
ADC.
is there.
Jonathan is not yet in the ADC. I'm talking of Amechi. You guys, why is Mozebi Obi? Why are you not looking at Amechi?
Because Obi is more popular now. Because it's all about popularity and numbers. Yes, Obi is leading.
Hello, how are you? Yes, welcome.
Yeah, you're speaking with Ibrahim from Oshodi.
Mr. Ibrahim, can you turn down the volume of your radio or you step away from it, please?
I just have it.
Hello?
Yeah, I can hear you. Are you hearing me?
Yes, Ibrahim, but you're on speaker. So turn off your radio.
What I want to tell you about if Atiku step down for Peter Obi needs to work seriously and get the South and Southeast. Okay?
Okay.
Because from the Northern they can give whether RFI or some person as an advice. So Peter Obi needs to go and work with the South and Southeast. All those Akwa Ibom, Calabar come together like Arewa. So it will be may no polling the national. May get 50-50.
Okay.
If you want to be a president in this country, may wake up and start be working on it. As we are talking about like this is politics.
Yeah.
But when you say one place, it's not a politics. So no matter how people step down, or anybody who want to come and join ATC, make the person just work up well and make the person make sure that is a popular in Nigeria.
Okay. Well done.
Yeah, so yeah, cool. This is my first caller.
Yay! Let me ring bell for you. Thank you for calling.
Thank you.
All right. Bye-bye, sir. Bye-bye, sir. So, they say the likelihood of that Buhari loyalism, Atiku is the one that has it. And the North can only vote for their own people. Regardless of who you are, it's only if you're a Northerner. So, that faction of the North, how can any other Southern candidate get it? Because in 2023, you heard the Northerners attest that they were the ones who gave the president the vote, although President Tinubu has been working since then to ensure that even if he doesn't get the kind of mileage he got in 2023 from the North, with the support of the Southwest and the South-South, he'll be able to have a maximum vote count for him to win the second term. That's what he's looking at.
You see, there is this pattern of voting in the North, which nobody can break. It is only when the North decides on who they will vote that they will follow that pattern. No matter where you are coming from, if the North does not want you, they don't want you, they will tell you. That's the problem here. So if you check, when Buhari was alive, it was Atiku that stood for him when he was giving away the...
Hello, good evening.
Go ahead.
Barrister. What's your name, sir?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah,
Very well, I can hear you, sir. What's your name?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes.
Well, I can hear you. What is your name?
Okay, good evening, Madam Esther and
Good
Barrister
evening.
Darlington.
Good evening,
As
sir.
much as I would have loved to listen more than contribute, but I think that I would like to chip in this. As Barrister rightly
Tell
said,
us your
that-
name.
Sorry?
Your name?
Okay, my name is Napoleon.
Calling from?
Napoleon.
Calling
where?
from where?
I'm currently somewhere in Ajao.
All right,
Okay.
okay. Napoleon, please go
All
ahead.
right, so I agree with Barrister saying that the Northerners will throw their weight on whoever is coming from their end. And as much as we all know, Atiku is the most vibrant person, both politically and otherwise, from the North right now.
Yes.
Now, if you are to go by the gentleman's agreements, I believe that if Atiku can put his weight behind Obi, knowing that it is the turn of the South, right? And then knowing that it is the last term that a Southerner can actually emerge.
Yeah.
I think that would have been a walk in the park for him to become the next president after the Southern turn. I don't know if you understand what I'm trying to say.
Yes.
So for me, Tinubu is not the Northern's choice as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, it's true.
Even if they claim that they supported him to become the president, according to what he had with the former president, But then for me, I think that the Northerners would rather tag along with Atiku. But if Atiku is throwing his way behind Obi, then it will be a landslide for Obi to get the vote from the North
Also,
and then maybe a part of the Southwest, the Southeast. Because I don't believe that even the Southeast, I don't believe he has a 100% supporters from the Southeast, although that's a story for another day.
How
But for
do you
me,
know?
I think that Atiku throwing his weight behind Obi will be a landslide for Obi to win against the current president Tinubu right now, because the Northerners are, they are all out for election and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then having the youth supporting Obi in Nigeria, I think that it will be a win-win for both Obi and Atiku come after the turn of the South. Thank you and good evening.
All right, thank you very much, Napoleon. Well spoken. But Barrister, he said something that he doesn't think the mileage in the South is that Peter Obi got in 2023 is still there. Is it because of what David Umahi said?
No, it's
Or
because
because of Chukuma Soludo?
No, because what happened in 2023 was a shock and a surprise to many.
Okay.
Yes, it was a
So
political.
what he's saying is that he doesn't even think that the vote count that Peter Obi got in 2023 from the southeast, that he will get it again in 2027.
Yes, because as at that time, the person in office is a pointer to what would have happened or what happened.
Okay.
The person in office then is different from the person in office now.
Okay, let me ask you a question. Why do you think that he will not get that kind of mileage he got in 2023 from the southeast?
Because the person in office now
Yeah.
is digging deep into the southern region with the money. All the governors are almost on
His side.
good. That is the issue here. The governors have been compromised in so many ways. Look at the people from Cross River, South. Almost all of them are now going into APC. But in 2023, they were all in their different parties, especially PDP and all that. So all those narratives, they have changed. That is why I was telling some that they should look at these things. It matters. Yes, it matters a lot. But
hello.
Hello, good evening, Esther. Good evening, Pastor Darlington.
Mayor.
Mayor.
Yes, that is Mayor.
Mayor, welcome.
Well done, you are doing a good job.
Thank you very much.
I think I aligned with what the last person said. I think the best thing Atiku can do for Nigeria, for me, I think this one is even more sacrificial than what the one he did in 2003. When I had to beg him for him to run. I think the best Atiku can do to leave a very powerful legacy as a president of this country is to support P2B. Let P2B go. Then I think he's still very strong. He can still run in 2031. I believe he has good, even from the record that Tinubu claims that I think he's younger than Atiku. But Atiku is really much stronger than Tinubu, honestly speaking. So he can still compare the 2031. I think the best thing he can do to save this country is to step down for P2B and allow him to go. Then P2B can now organize the Northerners to support P2B by 2031. Because if this thing that happened in 2023 happens again, if eventually Tinubu gets back to that office, honestly speaking, I don't see this country surviving it. That's the truth. Because right now, there is nothing that one can boast of in this administration. Nothing good is coming out of this administration. Complex of the next 3-4 years. That is not the truth. So I think we should just let people talk to him. Yes, you have been a patriot. Let's do this right. So that's the only way we can survive this one. Because if we continue like this, we might not be able to. So that is just the thing. At least, Esther, if you can read that ticket, I've not received this call or anything. I want to give a good business. So let me continue saying with my papa. Yes.
Papa, send a message. Right. Let's know what's up with you. Okay. Hello. Good evening. How are you? Hello.
Good evening, Esther. Good evening.
Good evening, sir. Welcome. Thank you for waiting.
Good evening.
Good evening. What's your name, please?
Hello.
I can hear you. What's your name?
Oh, okay. Good. Esther, your voice is very, very faint. I was on YouTube watching. Good evening, sir.
Yes. What's your name?
May your days be long. I'll be trying my best to get you guys also for a long time, but
sorry.
You're not going to pick. I can't imagine whether I set met until yesterday.
Sorry.
Sorry. Let me go straight to the point. Well, your voice is faint. But my point is
I don't know why. I don't know why. What is your name?
See, the election is, if there is no electoral reform, once this man come up for office, what is that? This is a make chairman. They want to appoint the one they want to work for them. See, now that they for do election finish, immediately they appoint the one they want to appoint. Now the election is already over. So once they get appointed, they give who they want to give appointments. Now ringing. So if anything will take place now, is from this next chairman that want to retire in office. Let Nigeria come together and put us together and make sure that the person that they want to re-elect, not select, not one person to select. If not, the election is already done. It's done already. Seriously. Thank you, Barrister. Thank you, sir. Thank you for your good work you're doing. I'm learning everything.
Thank you very much.
Hello, sir.
Yes, hello, sir.
Whether I make chairman, Papa, it depends on you and I. There is a proverb in my play. They said, if a young man or the first son does not behave like a madman, his father will never give him a wife. Are you getting what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
So it's left for Nigerians to say, look, this is how far we can go with rigging and all that.
Hello, good evening.
That's the truth.
My sister Esther Mufasa Darlington. Good evening.
Good evening, sir. What's your name?
My name is Mr. Nation.
Mr. Nation.
Yeah, ma'am.
Well,
Mr. Darlington, I want to ask you a question tonight.
Yes.
Is Darlington from which side of the country?
It's from the south side, Bayelsa. And they are one
How are we short-sighted? Are we not losing? 2015, who was the president of Nigeria?
It was Jonathan.
Then who were the people that fought against his presidency?
It did not.
It wasn't the North, it was the South that led the riot. It was represented by people here, who is the Southerners. You see, I don't know why people keep saying it's the turn of the South. It's the turn of the South, allow the South to finish. Jonathan that was contesting the election 2015. Was he not a Southerner? But we respect to the South that led the rebellion that took him out of office. So what are we saying is the turn of the South? Jonathan is sitting president, just as it is today. We have a sitting president from the South. And you are telling me the same people that led the revolution that removed Jonathan a Southerner from his own time are saying that we shall allow the South to finish. Why didn't you allow him to finish? If I keep asking this question, he that come to everything must come to clean hand.
Exactly.
If we are saying it's the turn of the South, what happened in 2015? Our own brother was contesting election. He was in the ballot, a sitting president. But it was us who went and brought the Northerners. Barr, we brought him from nowhere. Fashioned him, quoted him, refused him. It was me, the Southerner, that led it. So when somebody is saying it's the turn of the South, please don't bring that rubbish to us. It was our turn before. We also protected it. The same people in power today did it. So why will it be a time to do it to them again? We only need to tell you, let the best candidate to win. I'm not the turn of the South, the turn of the North. Because it was our turn when let's give it to the North.
all right. Thank you very much. Thank you. Okay.
Yeah.
08036929933. Very good point. 08036929933. That's the number to call. All right. Hello. Good evening. How are you?
Good evening, Good evening, Barrister.
How are you?
How are you today?
Fine.
Yes, this is Izu calling from Schoolville.
All right. Please go ahead.
Yes, I want to talk about Atiku Abubakar and the comments he made yesterday that he will step down for a younger
He
candidate.
said that comment is not true. He said that they twisted what he said. He said he was imploring younger persons to join the party. It's going to be an open race for the primaries, and that if anyone emerges, even if the person is younger, then he will support the person. So he has disputed that.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so okay, that's good. I have corrected. But what I wanted to say is this: that it was even an insult for him to say he stepped down if a younger candidate wins. What does that mean? Ordinarily, if you lose election, you will step down. Why are you making it? Why are you talking about it? If you lose election, there's nothing stepping down. You've lost. You know, so that's my contribution. But good to see that he has corrected himself. Thank you so much. You guys are doing a wonderful job.
Thank you very much. Thank you for
Some
calling.
people know they agree say they lose the election.
Hello. Good evening.
Hello,
Hi. Good evening. How are you?
Ladies, first.
Mr. Good evening.
Good evening, ma. Good evening. What's your
Well
name?
done.
Please?
You're doing
Thank
a
you.
great job.
Thank you. What's your name?
Mr. Please, I sent the number to you. You asked me to send to you on WhatsApp yesterday when I called in.
Is this Victoria?
Yes, I sent the number already.
You did? Okay. All right. I will check this your WhatsApp now. So I'll
Okay,
get
I want to speak with you privately.
All right. No problem.
Please.
I'll check this WhatsApp now so I can have the number down.
Oga Barrister, good evening, sir.
Good evening, madam. How are you?
Right, sir. God bless you. You are doing well.
Thank you, man.
God will protect you.
Amen.
Thank you. Bye.
All right. Bye-bye, Victoria. Bye-bye. Hello. Good evening. How are you? Hello? Hello? Okay. 08036929933. That's the number to call. 08036929933. Hello, good evening. Turn down the volume of your radio, please. Turn it down.
Thank God I entered today.
You know that.
Darlington, good evening, sir.
Good evening.
God will continue protecting you. I'm Omoye calling from Ikotu. Since 3 years, I've been trying on a line. I know they get to line.
3 years.
Even when they follow any frequency, I go call to talk to you. I know they fear. So today I get you first. I want you to evening run. Even when precious day, I go call. You know the end.
Yeah, you can. Have you seen why it's good to persist? If you continue to persist, you get what you want. Oh, the line don't go today. Where she comes?
Wow. Hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening.
Yes, how are you?
I'm fine.
What's your name?
My name is Joseph.
Hello?
Hello, Joseph.
Hello?
Joseph from where? Joseph from where?
No, Joe Benz.
Okay, Joe Best.
Okay. From where, please?
Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Yeah, I am calling from Ikeja.
All right, please go ahead.
Yes, sir. Good evening, Darlington.
Good evening, Joe Best.
Yes, sir. The vision you see concerning Nigeria, may God allow it to come to pass.
Amen.
Because people that are talking, some people did not understand what you are saying. Though I'm not an Igbo, and I'm not an Hausa person. I'm not an Yoruba person, but I'm in Nigeria.
Okay.
So if Atiku and Obi come together, they will wipe away these people.
I'm telling you.
That are putting us in trouble like this. How I wish you can talk to Atiku and talk to Obi. They should come together, because assuming they are together, this match will not even have a chance to come to power. Assuming they are together when they are in the PDP, these people will not have any single chance to come to power. Because of their separate. They separated. That is why they can be able to get this chance to come to them. But now, let them could come together under ABC. They will wipe away all these people. Nigeria will have a peaceful government.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. But Barrister, what is actually wrong though if Peter Obi deputizes? I know a couple of his followers, a couple of his supporters say if he's not chosen, if he's not the one being considered, then let Tinubu continue. There's what they call concede to win.
Exactly. If you stood to conquer. Now, those people that are making that suggestion, have they even realized what they are saying?
No, it's not like Peter Obi cannot be a president, but because of the current political structure, specifically for those from a certain geographical location, it's like the system has been put in such a way that it's an impossible feat.
Now, if they are saying that the current administration should continue, that means from the south, we have taken 8 years. So anybody from the south here that would now want to contest in
2031,
is there not
anyone from the south will maybe be a vice?
Is there
not for president.
Good. So even if you want to, that means you just want to go and waste money and time. You know, people will kick against it. That is the turn of the north. Is that not true? Now, if you now deputize somebody, maybe who said he will go for one term from the north, and the person finishes, please, is there anything that will make it impossible for you not to have a free ride?
They're just fears that Atiku may not respect that.
Look, leave all that fear.
I've told you. They will always choose their own people.
I have told you. If they do that, listen very well. The North is not in a position to dictate political life of Nigerians, because all the people that used to do it in the North, they are no longer there. All the father figure, all these political figures they have, so it will not be possible for them to direct people in one direction and say you must follow here. No. If what we are suggesting could happen, I am telling you, the North will be willing to support somebody from the South here to run for complete 8 years. Seriously, because it's all about performance, Esther. Imagine if Obi should go there. The first year was so fantastic.
Yeah.
They'll be begging him, don't go, stay. Are you getting it? Yes, they'll be begging him. Like the Americans were begging Bill Clinton in spite of the Lewinsky scandal.
All right.
The man balanced their budget for the first time in 30 years or so.
Hello. 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 Hello.
Hello?
All right.
So it's all about give and take, Esther. Look at the sacrifice the present man made for Buhari. Look at the sacrifice he made for him.
All right, let me take a few messages. Good evening, Esther and Barrister Darlington. If Atiku given his support to be will galvanize a good support for him, will be from the north, it will be nice. Also, I wonder why some people always believe that the whole southwest is for Tinubu. It's a big joke for anyone to think that Tinubu has a whole southwest.
I'm telling you.
Nigerians are watching Taiwo from Ejigbo.
Yes.
Okay.
It's a
Good
fact.
evening, Esther and Barrister Darlington. Esther, it's quite unfortunate. I didn't follow it from the beginning of today's program with Barrister Darlington. My mental health is at stake because my faith has just been disqualified from Oh my God, Eugene!
He's still baby.
Eugene Mary from how many states?
No, hold on.
No, not
His own problem is
not for football, for our big brother. There's this young man, they call him Dr. Faith, very intelligent, but I don't know, sometimes they could act arrogant, and he did something earlier. It's like you've gotten to the tail end of the competition and you decided to just let arrogance be cloudy, you were not careful, and he's been disqualified. And he actually had a lot of people gunning for him. Sorry, Eugene Murray, sorry. Unfortunately, that's life. Some people allow certain things get to them when they're at the door of their victory. So sometimes do not become too overconfident. Who knows? Maybe there was a lot of things they were doing in the house that they were getting away with that Faith didn't think this would be something major. Sorry, Eugene Mary. Okay?
Those things, you can make do with Nnamdi Carlos' son now, who broke record. Abi?
Please.
Yes,
Oh
no.
my God.
The 11-year-old boy.
Good evening, Oga Darlington, my man of the year, and Esther.
Prodigy, yes.
You can't build your government on lies, eye service, propaganda, and hypocrisy and expect to prosper. You can't. This government is the worst in history. 2 years of nightmares, sorrow, tears, and blood. This government is like a student that failed an exam, and you're praising yourself. Also, you want to promote yourself to another class, like I used to say. The foundation that brought this government into power is not credible. All that it does won't work. A government built on lies, eye service, and propaganda and hypocrisy, square pegs and round holes, compromise of institutions, turning your Senate to rubber stamp Senate, breeder of admirers, education destroyers. Oh God, okay, well, hello. Lake off from Lagos, well done. Good evening, Esther and Barrister Darlington. Atiku Abubakar is about to make the same mistake he made in 2015.
Yeah.
He made that mistake for not standing by the then President Goodluck Jonathan when former President Olusegun Obasanjo backed out from supporting Jonathan. Because if somebody like Atiku was by Jonathan then, what happened during the election of 2015 and how Jonathan conceded
Okpo Atta Pop, welcome guys. I'm gonna wrap this up for now. But I'm gonna come back later on in the day because we have other concerns that we need to talk about. So thank you all so much for joining me. Sorry for the slant. The video is slanted because I was trying to charge my device. It was about to die on me, so I didn't want that to happen mid video. So I'll see you guys on my next live. I'm gonna come out again and we're gonna discuss other very pertinent issues. Thank you all so much for joining me. I really appreciate it. Just so you know, you guys, the people I stream their videos, they're aware of it, so I do not stream people's videos without letting them know, just so you know. Okay, so for any of those of you that are running and coming to drop comments in my comment section and talking about whatever, that's your business. Okay, I'm not saying this to you to explain it to you. I'm explaining to my larger audience, my great family, to understand this is very important for us to hear. I don't live in Nigeria, so a lot of us need to hear real time what's going on. So I'll see you guys on my next one. Michael, my brother for life, I appreciate you. Thank you so much. David Okoro says Atiku should support Obi and contest in 2031. My question is this: but we had a disaster called Buhari. He was the one that laid the foundation. They imported these Boko Haram people. Why did Atiku not put his head in and insist on contesting to unseat his brother? This is the disrespect. This is why I'm for regionalism. Let everybody do their shit. Since that's what they want to do, they believe in a blind loyalty. Even when they are buying, they are blind. When Deborah, they buy Deborah, bim, we know he put comment, he delete him, he deny say he even write anything. May everybody go their separate way, to be honest, because this is not making any sense. E dey piss me off say this man dey rear him ugly head every time. Why he not do like this during Buhari time? That's the question I'm asking. So guys, thank you so much. I appreciate you. Exactly, because they are very dubious people. They don't believe Obi can do 4 years, because in their mind they're already corrupt. They are dubious people. They don't believe that there are people who mean business, who want to accomplish something and step aside. They don't believe it because they themselves are corrupt. My people, we'll go talk the rest later. Enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll see you on my next one. Bye.